So welcome to episode 2 of Two Divas.
Mm-hmm.
Two
Yes.
Divas in the workplace. What was it again?
2 Ds.
Oh yeah, the two Pretty Ds.
2 Pretty Ds.
Yes. So
I will explain that later.
or we can explain it now.
No.
Okay. Well, what's our first topic of the day? You were just showing me a picture of Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah.
And you guys, oh my God, Twitter is tripping. Why does Twitter have her dressed up like the cover of Drake's new album? And why is she in that suit?
I know.
Look at a hot mess. But you gotta love it.
Yeah. And Twitter now, our focus, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is M. And I live in Dallas, yeah. And I'm actually a Dallas transplant from Delaware. So I was in Delaware when Barack and Biden went to the White House.
Oh, yes.
And then Maryland, D.C. area, and now I'm in Dallas. And it's been 4 years of perpetual hell. Now, don't get me wrong. Dallas downtown has lots of stuff to do. Even in the uptown area and the northern area, the legacy area, have lots of stuff to do. Lots of restaurants, great nightlife. Deep Elm.
Deep Elm,
You know, that's another area. There's Arts District. You know, really neat places to walk around and, you know, have a good nightlife. But the people are racist.
Well,
some people. You know, you go to a Starbucks and there's this white dude coming in with a gun, and you look at him and he's like, you know what? He never got a girlfriend. He never had a girlfriend. So he's out here with a gun trying to kill somebody. So
well,
like,
he's compensating.
Yeah, I just want to get my latte and leave and just be chill, you know, because a lot of people are transplants. A lot of people in Dallas came from someplace else. They're not from Texas. And you have a lot of expats, you know, just like the Houston area. So everybody's just trying to get along, but, you know, and Dallas is blue. Dallas is blue, but we still have a lot of red.
Surrounded by a whole bunch of red.
So, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary out there, people. But that's enough about Dallas.
Well, do we want to talk about Texas, though? Tripping?
No.
With this latest anti-abortion? Yeah, we don't.
No, we don't want to go there.
We already know they're crazy.
Yeah, we already know they're crazy. And we're just trying to get out. So,
yes. We are in the episode. We're in the movie, like Get Out.
Exactly.
And we saw that one black dude that gave us that look like, y'all be get on out here.
And we're like, tell us, where are the black dudes with guns? Where are the black families with guns? We want to get in with them because we need to be all getting out together. Mm-hmm. And we ain't just getting out to go to another state.
Right.
We getting out, we want to go to Africa, and we want to find some friends, find a place that, you know, we could settle, and we come back to America, work and stuff. And if shit goes down and they decide to rescind slavery, which amendment was that? 13th? Mm-hmm. Or maybe not. Rescind slavery, then, you know, we know where we're going. We're going back to the motherland. And
we're doing a Marcus Garvey.
Exactly. And for a lot of people, anybody is trying to get into Africa and subjugate those people over there and take over their wealth and take over the land, and we need to get there first. But that's just something else I'm going to talk, we could talk about. But our main focus is Harry and Meghan and just racism in general.
But Harry and Meghan are so awesome.
I know.
Did you see him yesterday?
No.
At the GQ Awards, the British GQ Awards?
Oh, yes. So, yeah, that was a big deal for me because I know to get out of Texas, I've been sending a lot of applications into Meghan for her hostage program. Yeah.
But
my friend over here, the other D, is thinking that there's no hostage program. I think there is. But we decided that
Meghan's not running it.
No.
It's Harry.
He's running it.
Harry's running the hostage program, y'all.
Because we ain't seen Meghan in a while. And he's been keeping her. I've never seen a white man keep a black woman barefoot and pregnant so much. The guy doesn't miss. He used to stay away. She was pregnant 3 times. And
now 2 beautiful babies.
Yes, 2 beautiful babies, thank God. And we don't want to see them because we're afraid. We want to see them, but we don't want to because we don't want the British press to have access to them.
And exploit them.
And say horrible things about their pictures because...
Knowing full well they're going to be gorgeous. And they just can't handle it. They can't handle it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, they make some beautiful children.
Right. And until the royal families do right by them, and there's a lot of stuff. I've been keeping a list.
What's on the list?
Okay. They have to apologize
to
Meghan for the racism.
Yes.
They have to apologize for the just being loosey-goosey with the mental health things, because Diana went through it. Everybody goes through it in that family. In fact, I think they're all mental because they are living in a totally different world. The psyche's totally messed up.
Yep.
And they need to recognize they're very old-fashioned, and they're probably somebody with a mental distress. They probably say, get over it.
Right.
Right? Some old people say, oh, just get over it. I had hard times too. But this is real. People kill themselves. People hurt themselves. People hurt other people.
Yep.
Or just, repress it and keep it in.
And just does more damage to yourself.
Just do self-harm. So...
What was her phrase? Never explain, never complain kind of bullshit?
Exactly. And all she does is complain and explain for her family. But for everybody else that never explain, never complain stuff, it's crap. And they need to address racism.
Yes.
They need to really address that in their family. They need to explain why they're exempt. Why is it... certain people, ethnic people of color, can't go but so high into the organization. And I have a theory about that. But back to Meghan and Harry. They need to apologize for asking those questions.
Yep.
No, those 2. Yeah.
Okay, so 2. So apologize for the whole thing. And then 2, for questioning her baby's race.
Well, questioning her baby's race.
Not race, but the tone of skin.
Being racist against her baby's skin, the harassment claims.
Yes.
They need to apologize for that.
Yep.
They also need to apologize for basically their treatment of her, the total ostracize, when she says, I need help, and totally ignoring her.
Correct.
And they say they're supposed to be a tight-knit family. Well, they did not want her to be part of that family. They need to apologize for the treatment, basically treatment by their staff of a senior royal.
But see, they don't care.
Yeah.
So when you don't care, none of that's going to
but that's
addressed.
the list. That's part of the list.
I got you.
And I think I have one more. What's the one more?
But all of their hatred towards Meghan is the reason why they will never be successful. And I have a feeling once the Queen dies, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Monarchy.
Yeah. Bye. They need to apologize for one. They could tell the media don't print nothing about Prince Andrew.
Don't talk about my pedophile son.
Exactly.
But you can talk about that black lady.
Yeah, but you could say all this stuff about her every day. Every day. I mean, that stuff would mentally.
Yes.
Even if you're going through, I remember when I was pregnant, I was crazy as hell. Before the baby, all my hormones were all over the place. I was like, oh no, is the baby going to be okay? Rosemary's baby was out at that time. I thought the baby's going to have like 6 hands. I don't know. But
just so y'all know, this other diva over here, that's
the baby.
That's the baby she's talking
She only
about.
has 2 hands, thank God. And after the baby was born, then your body goes through a whole nother readjustments. And, I developed allergies that I didn't have before in my life. My whole body chemistry changed, And then I had one day of enlightenment when I just went totally off, So it's your hormones, everything coming back together. So I know that she was isolated. She only had Harry and her friends. She couldn't. She wasn't allowed to
go
do
out.
certain
Yep.
things.
Yep.
So they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, they did it to Diana.
Yeah.
Look what they did to Diana.
Yeah, and so they
that was
need
even worse.
Exactly. So they need to address those things, and I swear they will be in kind during that Oprah interview.
Yes.
I think a whole lot more went down, and I am not giving anyone in that family any credit for anything. I know Eugenie liked one of her tweets one time, and everybody went crazy, like, "Oh wow, maybe she likes Meghan." No, I don't care if that's the first time she met with the Queen. But first thing Eugenie wanted to do was move into Meghan's house. Oh, move into Meghan's house. The black woman paid for it. Black woman on it. It's not good enough for her, but it's good enough for Eugenie, who didn't do anything.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Since when did she become Eugenie?
What's her name?
Eugenie.
Eugenie? Okay.
She don't get the Janae. No.
I don't know.
She will be Eugenie, whiter than white Eugenie.
Exactly.
That's what she gonna be.
Exactly. So.
And I don't trust that York family either.
Yes, and especially with the pedophile.
Oh yes.
Dude.
And why is she living up in her house?
Exactly.
Why is she in Frogmore? I still don't understand that.
And nobody's talking about it.
No.
And every time I get a chance, I say it on Twitter. Nobody likes my tweet.
Right, because
And they don't
thinking,
back it up.
it's okay, blah blah blah. No.
Well, this one lady said, "Well, it's not occupied." I said, "So what?
Exactly.
There's so many
that
things
shit
not
wasn't
occupied."
how many years before it?
Exactly. Why didn't she try to move? You know
And
why
how
she's
many
moving there?
palaces out there?
Exactly. You know why she was moving into it now? Because it was fixed up. The
Yes.
Queen paid a couple of £1 million to fix it up. Well, Meghan and Harry paid a couple of £1 million.
Oh, they finished it out.
To finish it up.
Yeah.
Remember she said she ain't paying for finishings?
Right. She was only
Meghan did
finishing
that.
for the structure. That's all she was doing.
So all that granite in there.
And they had to pay that shit back
Exactly.
for a gift.
Exactly.
I don't know what about you guys, but that's not a gift. No.
She gifted her son a York Lodge, and he did some renovations, and because he did renovations inside, she said no rent. Harry, however, was a senior working royal, ain't going out there messing with young girls under the age of 12, and
He has to pay rent.
he has to pay rent, and they did some renovations, so it was just totally this.
And it's not like
Yeah.
this was like the palace, right? Andrew lives in a 35-bedroom palace. They were given what was originally the slave quarters,
It was where Queen Victoria held
or her servants'
the
quarters.
Prince of Ethiopia.
Oh,
Yeah, where she made him live.
got it.
And he eventually got tuberculosis from being
he
in
went
England,
and
and he
they sent
died, and she kept his body. She would not return. He was a prince.
Oh, he's still buried there.
Yeah, he's still buried there.
okay.
Actually, he was the king of Ethiopia, and she did not want to return him after England fought, and the king took
Oh no,
his
she
own
didn't
life.
return it. Oh, you know why? She's mad she had to bow to him. Do you remember that picture? There's only one picture of Queen Elizabeth ever bowing to anybody else except for.
Queen Victoria, the king of Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no. I'm getting the mixed up. I'm getting the people mixed up. Sorry about that. Keep going.
So anyway, my thing is, there's so many other empty homes. All at every castle have grounds. It has a little town. It has a farm, and go stay in one of those.
But not only
Eugenie.
does it have a palace or a castle, but it has the subsequent homes
Exactly.
on it.
Exactly. That's where William is on St. Handel right now.
Right.
You know, he's not in the castle.
He's
in
not
a
in the
home.
estate. Yes, right. Because the estate
Exactly.
the Queen owns.
So why she has to move herself out of Kensington because it's not big enough to move into Meghan's home? No. They
like,
get, you know, I get
it's
torturing Meghan too much.
It's like Sense of Sensibility. Remember?
Yeah.
It's not Barton Park. It's Barton Cottage that they open it
Yeah,
to us.
exactly.
Yeah, cottage.
Yes. Too many British movies. But you have to, you know, if you watch Jane Austen, you get the idea behind these people, their sense of entitlement.
Yes.
And the way they feel that they could treat people. And she allowed, if she could cut that off for Andrew, she should be able to cut that off for Meghan. And all the stuff about paying back that money for that lodge, it came from the royal family. It
Oh, yeah,
came
that's right.
from them.
Yeah.
And
They straight up fannies.
It is, and they
If y'all seen the movie Sense and Sensibility with Emma Thompson, y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, they paid it back, and so the fact that they paid it back, it's theirs, and I wanted to sit empty. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I would agree with you.
Not that they'll ever move back there. They're just doing that because the queen is alive.
Yep.
And do you know they said that place was haunted?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past it.
Yeah, that it's haunted. Yeah,
who
because
knows
I
what
think
evil
it's
shit went down in it.
I think it's the Ethiopian prince is haunting that damn.
She's like, send me back, bitch. Sorry. Well, that and all of the artifacts in the British Museum need to go back. Oh my God, it's like you told me about you're reading about Dr. Shola the other day.
Yeah.
And some people were trying to tell her to go back to Africa.
Yeah, you know the
she's like,
yes, I said
all of the artifacts.
Take all those elephant tusks they stole.
Yep.
Take all the jewels, all the
big
big diamonds
downtown.
Exactly. Take all the gold. You know, everything that's stole out of Africa. Take all of that back with you. And that's what I tell Americans. And Americans say, oh, go back to Africa. I'll go after you give me reparations.
Exactly.
You know, and, you know, if
we
you
didn't
think
ask to come here, y'all
stole us. Yeah. And if you could say that the slave people, masters.
And they killed out native versions of us here.
Exactly.
And there's a tribe of Native Americans that they refused to recognize that were black.
Right.
I think those are the ones they gave all those smallpox blankets to. I swear to God, they did. And it came back.
Yeah. But, you know, she has, you know, that woman has some nerve. And I was beginning to fall for her being old. And maybe she's changed. But when I think of the way she treated Diana.
Yeah, she ain't changed.
She ain't changed.
Nope.
No. And I know Harry loves his grandmother. But
Betty got some issues.
She has some issues. The fact she could do that for Andrew in such short notice. And I hope somebody, I know they said news media stay away. I hope they're tracking him. I hope some regular people is tracking him.
Oh yeah, they're
where
tracking.
he is.
Yep.
Because he's not immune to anything. And, you know, they're still torturing Meghan. It's still back in the news.
Oh, I know.
You know, so I want that. And you know who I want to apologize? I want the Queen to write a letter, but I also want Charles and William to write a letter.
Which you know ain't never gonna happen.
But that's why I'm going to continue dragging them on Twitter and every place else. Yeah.
And incandescent with rage every day, all day.
Exactly.
Every day, all day.
Exactly. And that's why...
incandescent bobblehead.
It is, yeah. So I'm happy that they're in Montecito. I'm happy that
living
they're
their
best lives. You know, I'm happy that, you know, Archie had a great birthday. I love that picture.
I know.
He's back. They're always showing us their back. I was like, yeah.
But did you also see his palatial grounds?
I know.
His cute little the house, the little playhouse.
His playhouse.
And then his chicken.
His chicken. I want a chicken. Why do I want to buy some land, have a chicken?
And I know he's having chicken and waffles.
Yes, chicken shack, yeah. Oh. Chicken and waffles. Ooh. Well, someone did say the other day on Twitter, Prince Harry is the light-skinned brother.
I'm beginning to think so. And I'm telling you, I think that castor oil is doing something for his hair.
Stop. So,
yes.
I think we need to keep pushing them for that apology.
Yes.
And the fact that this says recollections differ.
Recollections may vary.
May vary, yeah. But yet, the people who they said Meghan had harassed or bullied, never filed a claim.
No, it was Jason.
When it happened, it was Jason, their Prince William's right-hand man, who filed a claim on their behalf shortly before the Oprah interview.
Correct.
And then now the people, I guess they went to interview.
Claim, they would have came out with it when the event occurred.
Exactly. Yes.
And we know it didn't occur.
It didn't occur.
Yeah.
And they rescinded it. They said they knew there was nothing to it, so it's like, no, we want that rescinded.
Well, this is the same fool who messed up with the
letter.
The letter, yes, correct.
You know, so they've been always doing stuff to Meghan.
Supposed to be posting her win.
Okay, so some background story on that is
Okay.
Meghan wrote a letter to her dad.
Right.
They wanted to see it, probably because they wanted to make sure it's not gonna hurt the royal family.
No, they wanted the access to it so they could leak it.
Exactly. So they leaked it to the Sun, and then later Meghan sued and said that was personal property.
Correct.
So William's right-hand man put it out there. It wasn't personal property. You know, that was the palace, Kensington
I
Palace
have to
line.
write it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Bullshit. All bullshit.
She won the case, and
Thank
then
goodness.
right, and then when it came to was it
The penalty?
the penalty phase, they had to put a one-page letter on the front of the papers apologizing. They also had to do it in a larger font.
Oh, no. My girl Megan said, oh, no. Not only do you have to post that I won my case, but you have to put it in the same font and lettering style as large as you posted my letter on the front page.
Right, exactly.
Not
And
just the
put
back page,
right,
the front page.
And
for
on
2 weeks?
yes.
I believe? Yes.
and online they want to put the link to it.
Yes.
And they have to have that on there for, I don't know, a month or two. But
Yeah.
anyway, so that's part of it. And
And subsequent financial damages for all this?
yes, they asked for financial damages, and they were going to pay out some money, and they
But until
recommended.
she said,
No.
no. How much did y'all make off of my article or that bullshit you put out? I want that plus
Yes,
interest.
exactly. She wanted to see their business records. You know,
Yeah.
she's no
Let me see
fool.
them financials. Let's see.
Exactly. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen with that. But the thing is, when another part of the penalty phase is the same Jason guy had to go out and give the Sun, I guess, his input on how he helped write that letter.
Correct.
And when they came to him, he's like, well, I didn't help write that letter. And Meghan won again. So they fired him after William had been promoting him all the way up to being in a foundation
Right.
director.
Yeah.
They fired him and said he's leaving now. That was like a month ago. He should have been gone by now. They're gonna hope we forget about it, and he's still gonna be in that organization. But this guy is the guy that William used to torment Meghan.
Yeah, Jason Knopf is his name.
Yes. So William needs to apologize. William is the most, I think he's the one. He's the racist one. He's the one
yeah.
who asks about the baby's skin color.
That and his racist ass wife.
Yes.
This Karen.
Oh, that's the other thing they have to apologize to Meghan
Karen
for.
Middleton needs to apologize.
Exactly. She made Meghan cry with her white tears, white woman's tears.
Yes.
And then Light had the nerve to have them print out Meghan make her cry, and they never corrected it.
Correct.
Because it's like, it didn't affect her, but it was affecting Meghan.
But she gets the benefit.
Yes. Do you know how many white supremacists were triggered when that article went on and that article kept running?
Yep.
Their lives and their babies' lives were in danger.
Yep.
And I don't care how much you don't understand, you claim you don't understand racism, your family isn't racist. You should understand society.
Yes.
If you're going to be a king or if you're in the royal family, you should understand that aspect of it and know what that article would have done to some of the people, racist people in your country.
Oh, they knew exactly what it would do.
Yeah.
That's why they have Brexit.
Exactly. So that's why they should have cut
Right.
that stuff off.
Remember when we first went over to the UK for the wedding? And part of the trip we went to Bath. I said it correctly. And it's not Bath, it's Bath. And we met this lovely couple. We were having some Pims, just sitting outside, enjoying ourselves. And the couple pretty much told us, this is a white couple, oh no, Brexit is a racist vote. Straight up. And we just looked at each other like, wow, well, at least you guys said it.
Yeah. We didn't say it. Yeah.
I'm like, we knew, we suspected, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And yes, she said there was a lot of people in the countryside outside the city of London
Yeah.
who voted to leave because of the crap that the
Tories were
the
feeding
Tories were feeding them.
in the newspaper about immigrants and all this other shit. Now look at them.
Now they wish they had those immigrants because they have a shortage of employees, you know.
And then let's not even talk about the trade agreements and transfer to get your product
between countries. So
yeah, they done messed themselves
they
up.
did big time. So,
and aren't some of the companies leaving? They're going to other countries.
well, a lot of people went to live in those other countries
if they could get out before.
If they could get off before, right. So, and they did the army a big disservice because the military, they went into a joint venture with all the other European Union countries and developed this super satellite system, you know, that one country couldn't do it by themselves. So all of them together could. And with Brexit, you paid to help develop this technology, and now with Brexit, now you're going to have to pay to use it. Are they stupid?
Yes.
And if they don't have access to it, it's like their total British military is totally blind to everything.
Correct.
But yeah.
But that's what you get.
Yeah. But anyway,
play stupid games.
You're right.
Stupid prizes.
Exactly. So those are the things that I mentioned that they have to make it right with Meghan and Harry. And what do you think for Harry? What do you think they have to apologize for?
Okay, why have they yet to recognize his service in Afghanistan and the 2 tours that he did?
Yes.
Right? Also, giving back all of his titles.
Exactly.
He was the only active military person, so any honorary should legitimately be his.
Right.
I would also say that William needs to stop tripping and accept the fact that it's always been his brother is the smarter one. Harry has always been the smarter one. He's always been
the stronger
of the two. And the nicest.
Yes.
He's a truly caring person. To come up with an Invictus Games so young. Oh, actually, no, Sentabale was
first, right.
Yes. And to do that so young and partnering with the Prince of Lesotho, and then now to
Invictus Games, right?
Yes.
And Travisless.
Yeah.
And he
Better
is
up.
yes, and he's not only the smartest one, he's the most compassionate, and he sees things and he comes out with solutions of how he could change things for the better.
Correct.
William, however, no, he wants to garden parties, he wants to be king, lord it over everybody. He's bowing to him, living the wealthy life. That's him.
Right.
Whereas Harry is, yeah, I could be prince, I could live the wealthy life, but it's things that I am privileged, I could use my privilege for the better.
Which I'm so glad Diana instilled in him.
Yeah. But what about, okay, when you work for the royal family, then they can't work, they can't get regular jobs, right?
Correct.
If they're senior royals.
They're a brand.
If they're senior royals.
Right.
So the way they work based on the patronage is that the Queen give them, and then Charles is supposed to give them a salary.
Correct.
Right, for this work, because they're working for the firm.
Correct.
So, and they're supposed to get benefits, just like health benefits, Meghan thought.
Correct.
She could go and ask to get help.
Yep.
Clothing allowances.
Yes.
And all of these things. And when Harry married Meghan,
Harry started dating Meghan.
Well, no, when he married Meghan, it's after he married Meghan, it happened.
Okay.
They said, no, we don't have enough money for a clothing budget for her.
Bullshit.
They need to apologize for that. 2.
And how much money did she bring to the economy?
A lot, but they did that shit because she's black, right?
And
so
they
that's
made
another
how much
thing
money?
they need to apologize.
But the royal family alone made money that year.
Oh yeah, the government made money.
No, but the royal family too made money.
Made money, right? And they had for Harry too. When they left and they took a break after the Africa tour, and they went to Canada.
Yes.
When all that stuff was going on, and we thought, yeah, they're just taking a break. They might stay in Canada or they might come back. When they turned down their half in, half out, the work part-time, that William had done before, and they have other royals that do that.
Yep.
When they said no to that, and they had no president precedent to go on. That's an apology they needed to give to Harry, saying no, and cutting him off from his salary. Because it's like you and I, if we
You mean security?
well, no, security and his salary, because you cut him off financially.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's like if you work for an employer and they can't just cut you have money owed to you. They can't just cut you off. Oh no, you have no more funds. I mean, that's if it was a regular company, he could sue.
Correct.
For financially cutting him off for that and figuring out how much they owed him for the year, what kind of contract he had,
right,
and what they were not paying him, and they had to pay for themselves out of their own pockets. And the clothing allowance, the travel, and security to cut that off. So I think they need to really apologize to him for that, because they put his family at risk,
knowing full well he was high risk.
He was high risk.
He asked his
exactly.
father, what's my current status, right, with the military and everything,
right?
They get those status reports, and
right.
he's high risk, so that justifies the need for security.
Right.
When they cut that shit off, that was the last straw for Harry. There.
Exactly. Because
it's one thing, you cut me off of the other things, but my security
you thought you'd always have, because you were born a prince. You get
he is a prince.
Yeah, and
forever.
Right,
ever.
The level he's senior. His father is going to be king.
Correct.
He was in Afghanistan. Correct. So people are going to be going after him. His family is at risk, and to cut that off.
Yes.
So there's a lot of explaining to do why he would do something like that, and.
I would also question why they put him at risk when he was in Afghanistan, because nobody knew, and it wasn't until there was a leak to the press,
right,
that put Harry at risk.
Right, but just with the Meghan and Harry thing and their exodus, I call it an exodus. I don't call it mid-exodus.
I hope it comes out in the book.
I hope he does have it in the book, because I think those things that they did it to Meghan, and then they did it to Harry, and for him to have dedicated his life when they called him back out of the army and he was working for his grandmother. I think he was of the opinion that, you know what, I see all these things my brother is getting. You know, the clothing budget was split 50-50.
Correct.
When Kate got into the family, Charles had to split three ways. When Meghan came on, it should have been split 4 ways.
Correct.
That didn't happen.
Because Karen wasn't having it.
Yeah, somebody wasn't having it. William or somebody, I don't know.
William probably.
But, all those things that he thought that his wife would automatically get, didn't get. And then all the shit they were saying to him, the meetings they had with him about the child's skin color, changing laws to, take their titles away.
Yes.
Exactly. And I know Harry had to tell Meghan, so when things didn't happen, she would understand. But I think he probably told her the mild version of it.
Correct.
I think what they said was horrible.
Yes.
And they need to apologize to that boy for that.
Yep.
That's why he said, you know what? And not to apologize to get him to go back,
right,
but just to apologize so that, like he said, he wanted to have a relationship with his father.
That's the only way.
That's the only thing I think he needs.
That's the only way he would have a relationship.
Open relationship with them. So.
But I'm also glad, though, he's in a space that, if they never come to that conclusion, Harry's good.
Yeah. So what do you all think out there? Do you think that the royal family, I think they're just buying time. They're just hoping that we'll forget, and, they just don't have to say anything, and people will forget and move on. And they'll keep putting stuff out there. No. I want to keep reminding them that they need to apologize for these things. I'm going to constantly put it out there on Twitter.
Well, see, this is the thing. What they fail to forget is that when Harry married Meghan, the formation of the Sussex squad had formed. Right. Actually, it formed beforehand, but it solidified.
Yeah.
Hashtag Sussex squad. And receipts were made.
Exactly.
And
it's global.
It's global. I don't even know how many million of us strong. And we have receipts. And receipts beyond receipts beyond receipts. Some have receipts since Diana's days.
I
to
wish I
tell
had
you the
kept those.
triflingness
Yeah, I wish
of this family.
yes.
Where others have, just from the Meghan era.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we remember and we will never let them forget.
Mm-hmm.
And, what was beautiful is when The Crown season 4 came out, it reminded everybody that's how trifling Charles really is.
Yes. Yes.
And then now trying to clean up, what's her name, Gladys?
Uh-huh.
Or Camilla's background or whatever to make her acceptable to the people of England, because he's trying to make her queen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, did you remember that line in Black Panther when was it I was trying to think of his name.
M'Baku?
M'Baku decided to challenge Black Panther for the throne. He's like, and he says, all these things that why he's challenging, and he's like, we will not have it.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, we know what Charles is trying to do, but we will not have it. I'm going to have to make a meme of that.
Yes.
We will not have it and put it out there.
All right, guys.
But yeah, tell us what you think.
So what's the question for the game?
Questions are, what do you think the royal family have to apologize for or do right by Meghan and Harry for? Meghan and Harry, you could separate it or you could combine it.
But we just want to know your thoughts. Yeah.
And if we missed anything, let us know. And, I want to document that and keep it.
Because guess what we got? Receipts.
Exactly. And we'll keep reminding them over and over and over again.
Yes.
So next time we'll have another topic, and we're starting from the Exodus to where they are now,
Exactly.
Exactly. So,
all right. Thank you, guys. And please hit subscribe and like our episode for today. And we'll be back soon.
recording.